All right, guys. All right, guys. Ready. Just realized I had a different laptop streaming noise. Wait. HOFV is making a little bit of a move here. Nice volume. Clear double bottom on this one as well. Break of the 9 EMA. Could be a possible entry. Or if 66 breaks, I would probably consider buying a quick move. No, didn't break. Morning, guys. Streaming this early was a pure accident today. YouTube would not allow me to schedule the stream again. I don't know why. It's just, it comes up with an error. There was an error. Try again. I keep trying, it doesn't work. So the only way to get the chat room going is if I have a stream going, and that's why I'm streaming earlier today. But then, you know, it's actually kind of fun here as well. Kind of worked out in the end for everything, I think. It's just a little confusing here because it gets a little hectic on my end. It's a lot going on. Do you guys want to hear the sounds in the computer audio effects? I can turn it on again now. Or is it better if you guys don't hear it? Probably confuses everyone if you hear me enter a trade and you think you're entering the trade or something. Sounds good. Sounds pretty tasty. Sell-off is on very light volume. Can't believe BTC 6% day so far, up at $15,000. Nice move, Bren. Probably a great spot to take profits as well. I think it's pretty safe to say that HOFV and KXIN are going to be the lead gappers here for now. KXIN. No problem, Liliana. Yeah, DMC. It was a tough evening for sure. I was watching it on and off, but then I didn't really do anything. I didn't do anything. Just seemed a little bit dangerous. KXIN and HOFV almost look identical right now in terms of the last, I don't know, 10 minutes. We'll go through some of the gappers in a little bit here. Still getting a lot done. Man, this laptop's so slow. I have to do all these little tasks usually, and takes forever on this thing. Just doesn't load. In 3 weeks, I'll have the new laptop. I honestly can't wait for that day. Interesting spot right now, KXIN. HOFV looks like it might break out here as well. KXIN, possible move here. I'm not the biggest fan of HOFV. I'm not even really sure why. I mean, it has a nice 5 million float, 62 million market cap, USA entertainment company. They signed a deal today with Sports Illustrated. All really good sounding stuff. I think it's just their price action here, the 50% selling off. Seemed very, very aggressive. So that's why I wasn't looking to enter this one again. Although, you know, buying here on that last tap would have been probably a good setup, but I wasn't really watching it at that time. I like KXIN. I think it might try to break VWAP here. I don't know if I'm going to break that, buy that, but overall though, Chinese shell company, 1 million float, pretty nice, 183 million market cap. It's also quite good. Not totally sure about the catalyst. At least there is a catalyst, but the Chinese companies, sometimes no catalyst is almost better. It's a bit of a weird situation with those Chinese tickers. pinned. Boom, boom, boom. There goes the KXIN breakout that we were looking for. I'd like to see this one continue here. It looks pretty strong. Nice breakout. Big selling on this candle. Let's see if we can get a move back to the upside. Just missed my entry there. A lot of tickers moving today. It's just insane. One of those days you gotta pick the right one, stay focused, maybe switch between a few. I don't know, one or two or three. Don't want to get too distracted. KXIN trying again here. Watching KXIN right now. Nice breakout, holding. New minutes about to start here. Another good move. Let me switch it over. There's a lot of volume behind this one, 50,000, usually north of that in a lot of these candles. It's good to see. All right, KXIN definitely is in play. I like this little action we're getting here. Still kind of watching some other tickers. 8:26 a.m. Yeah, overall kind of seems interesting. New time, there's no new time. It's going to be still 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today was an accident. I could not start the schedules stream. It just didn't work on YouTube. So the only way to get the chat room live is to start a stream. So that's why we started today a little bit earlier. But we'll still start usually around 9, unless I guess something like this happens again. KXIN is really the ticker I'm watching right now. It's really making some nice moves. I've actually kind of missed out on this one twice now. I like that increase in volume. We've recently just broke a new high in volume, so that's a really, really good sign. 8:27 here a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes we get some pretty good moves starting in this zone, so just going to keep watching it. Bummer, yeah. I mean, we might occasionally do it every now and then, but today was a bit accidental, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, it's good fun. I'm usually not around. That's really the problem. So what I did today is just kind of show the scanner for about an hour. We're still watching KXIN. I like the tickers they're just moving faster today. It's a much nicer day so far. Walking through molasses. Yeah, I mean, yesterday was really horrible. But today, you know, these same green candles, they look the same as yesterday, but you know they're already 3-4% candles. So it's the moves today are much bigger, more opportunity. It's gonna be exciting, or at least it has the potential from what we're seeing now. There's definitely potential here. SPY up almost 2% though, so. Overall, when the market's this crazy, you know, sometimes it's still not too hot in the small cap world. Yeah, TMC, that'd be nice. See, you guys are having fun in the chat room right now. KXIN watching again, could be a good setup here. Sell volume's light, waiting for a bigger dip. Didn't really get it. Ugh. 8:33 here. Yeah, good question, Mick. I mean, that's really where it comes a lot of experience, practice, knowing what to look for. Usually getting one of the first or second pullbacks is pretty nice. Usually around VWAP is pretty nice. Looking for big volume is nice, big buy volume, but then wanting less sell volume. So here, this breakout was pretty good. We had a nice strong breakout. And we were pulling back to bigger support and the 90 EMA, and then the sell volume was pretty light. Unfortunately, the bounce was very light on sell volume as well, and never really ended up picking up again. This ticker though sold off more than 50% overall. So there's a lot of different indicators you can look for based on price action, and then you kind of put it up together and try to figure out is this pullback more likely or less likely? How strong of a ticker is it? I'm not really sure. I don't trade Apple too much. Totally, I wouldn't really be able to give any helpful advice there, I think. But, always think, is the stock still is it still following my original thesis? Is it still following my game plan? And if it's a yes, then, go keep holding it, maybe start taking some profits off the table. And if it's no longer doing what you thought it would, maybe it's time to close the position and stop out. KXIN pulling higher here, 478. Interesting. Like the volume on this. 5-minute green candles in a row now. Man, I'm really snoozing on this ticker. I've missed so many moves. Possible pullback here. Thousand shares long at 74 on KXIN. Looking for that break of 80. Got the break of 80, but I closed a little bit ahead of time. Sorry, wrong screen. Yeah, nice move. I walked away with 5 cents a share on this one. $50 on a $1,000 position size or $1,000 share size. Not really the biggest winner, but nice. I'm usually not trading so aggressively, but we had a quick pullback opportunity there at 74. Really, this one's picking up a lot of volume right now. 9% move, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 candles. It's really, really good stuff we're seeing here. So much more momentum than yesterday. Might even break $5 here, but $5 is huge resistance. I'm trying to be a little bit more cautious. There's a lot of selling there. Just trying to rip higher though. Breaking 5 here. I wonder how many people are buying that $5 breakout. That's a really nice breakout KXIN had earlier. Possible attempt here at $5 again. Ooh, it's chilly in this room. Ugh. KXIN might break $5 again here. Impressive. Morning, Constantine. We're going to be starting at 9 still, but today we started a little bit earlier. That was 3 attempts to break out past 5 on KXIN. I was thinking about a trade there, but then I felt like, you know, this minute's not over yet. Keep pulling back here. New minute starting here in a few seconds. Oops, went in with bigger size than I was looking for. We'll have to close out some of the size soon here. $5 is a huge resistance zone. Gotta be careful in these areas. $85, still seeing a lot of resistance here. Big question is there an opportunity for a break past 5? closing some size here. Selling the remainder of the position there at roughly $5, looking for that move. Not too bad, about 10, yeah, about 9 cents a share. Sold the first position quicker at 94 and then sold the second one a little bit higher because you don't really know if it's going to be a full-on breakout. So I was taking profits pretty quickly here. This could be a solid break of 5. So I probably sold a little bit too soon, but you know, that's fine. We're still pre-market, like to take some profits. Thanks, guys. Remember, we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 5-minute green candles in a row. It's definitely quite the move on this ticker so far. Yeah, I see that, Bren. I'm still gonna get that bot added. I have a bunch of stuff on my to-do list with this stream. When I'm in Florida with my brother, we're going to be doing a lot of work together for about 3 weeks. So I think I'm kind of waiting for the new hardware and that period of time to get a lot of these adjustments done. But yeah, I think I'll probably start with the bot maybe this weekend, maybe even tomorrow, this evening. I don't know. Thanks for the $4 coffee, Mika. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for the support on the channel. Did you get a good trade? What's going on over there? Just showing some love? KXIN. It's interesting here at this $5 area for sure. Time for caffeine. It's always time for caffeine. I'm probably already in my 4th cup today. I think today, besides watching a few hot open gappers, I want to look a little bit into the large caps because I think some of the large caps I want to kind of follow up on, see maybe close some of the positions if we have kind of a spike in the morning. Great trade. Yeah, nice, man. That's what I was hoping. Thanks again for the $4. all this support always goes to support Trade Journal. That's a totally free site, and yeah, so far it's still running a loss with all the server costs. I'm kind of wondering if HOFV is going to kind of come back from the grave. It's holding the 347 zone very closely, so who knows? There could be good opportunities on this ticker for sure. This is like our 4th pullback now in KXIN. Check out the SPY, guys. Just really breaking above some key resistance right now. This is such an impressive run on this ticker. 7% so far. KXIN having a little bit of a sell-off here. Thanks, Adrian. Appreciate that. So I wouldn't be surprised if the SPY pulled back a little bit. So that's why I was kind of thinking about closing out some of our swing trades, because right now our swing trades, we're down about $700, and all of them had a phenomenal bounce recently. And I'm pretty sure we're going to be back down like $2,000 on the next pullback. So I'd probably rather lock in, cut my losses here, and then maybe look to buy back at one point. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about our swing trades at the moment. LMND, man, this is the one I really should have not cut my losses on. We sold at 53 on a pretty big spike to the upside. We were approaching huge resistance, and then it ended up going up another 14%. This is crazy. So yeah, we could have actually closed LMND green, but you just don't really know these things. And then now we're kind of, getting to that point where maybe it would be worth kind of closing out some of these positions. Big resistance above on a lot of these. DKNG had a phenomenal bounce so far, so it's going to open up even higher here. Let's see what it does. KXIN, KXIN is entering a kind of an interesting spot here. 45 was the last floor on this one. So it's kind of good to wonder, is we're going to see some bigger support again on this one. Alex was hidden by Alex. That's what YouTube just told me. I don't know, Mike, but he's removed from the channel. Ain't nobody got the time for that. We're watching lead gappers here. I kind of stopped giving people two, 3 chances. I'll give you a verbal warning, but timeout is not worth my time, to be honest. And it's also not worth your guys' time. I don't want to have you guys get stressed out because the chat room has too much nonsense in it. Nice bounce there on KXIN. I was really thinking, I was like, man, I should probably buy this one. The whole time I was thinking that, but I was like, I don't really want to buy it until it goes below 85. So I was way too conservative on this one. Yeah, I totally agree, Adrian. There's no room for that. Like dating zero chance. It's almost 9 o'clock here. I feel like I'm about to start a stream or something, but I already am streaming. It's a weird feeling. I think it's time for... Man, ever since I started eating cookies during the last 2 streams because they were so slow, I've been craving cookies. It's the worst rhythm to get into. All right, so pre-market we're up about $300 here, I think, or no? Yeah, about $300. KXIN 245, and then HOFV $68. So a decent pre-market here, surprisingly. Really being super patient. I did not have any great home run trades. I was just patient, looked for the good setups, and then got aggressive and just took a base hit. Zero blue OX. Yeah, that's pretty much me. I'm a straight Maslow experiment right here. Nice, the final countdown. 200 on a KXIN real quick. That's a sweet trade. Congrats. I prefer to trade swings, mid caps more. If I swing trade, I prefer to swing trade mid to large caps. The small caps are sometimes a little bit chaotic. Mika, no need to call everyone out. And the only clean bangers, I think Mika was just letting you know, caps are usually reserved for tickers only. KXIN, guys, popping here. Keep a close eye on it. It's back up. New candle. Boom! Wow, this thing is really flying right now. Clear breakout there. Try to buy that breakout here, but it didn't get it. Roughly at 19. Small breakout move possible. A little sketchy. I'm going to close this one out. Very, very small trade. Could have held a little bit longer. I wasn't feeling super confident about it though. It's 3 big breakouts already. So we know around 20, 19, some bigger support. Small size here. Maybe possible entry here at 19. Not really getting it. Still a small size. Had another fill there at 18. Can we have another good breakout here? I hate that warning message. It always messes me up. Had another base hit there. Didn't really get the breakout I was watching for. Remember guys, this ticker's up 88%. Next big resistance zone is really arguably more closer to $7, maybe $6. So let's see if we can get there. I would always look at the $half as well. So like 5.5 is probably going to be a key area. Probably breaking to 19 now. Wow, I was not expecting that to break out just now, to be honest. Congrats anyone doing that. No, I don't have a delay, but YouTube has about a 10-second delay. There's nothing I can do about that. I've checked all over the internet. It seems to be a default delay. There's nothing you can do. Hello, NYC. No need to call anyone a douche here. That was a pretty strong breakout. I was not totally expecting. So I wonder what's going to happen now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 now candles in a row. Let's see. We could keep trending higher here, right above the 9 EMA. We could also have a ferocious dip below 5.2, so I'm a little bit undecided right now. I'm not gonna probably get too aggressive at the moment. Maybe depends what we see. Oh yeah, that's what I was worried about just now. That exact move. Still selling off here. Could easily bounce back above 5.2, but I'm always weary on sell-offs like that, to be honest. And this one's really pushing it, huh? Wow, it's still selling off. Possible snack here. 507 maybe. Never pulled to 507. Well, actually hit 507. I was a little bit more conservative though. Yeah, nice little bounce though. No, Mike. If you were here the last 4 days, I think you were here several of them. You know, it's been a heck of a slow week, and a lot of the low caps, small caps with the low floats that we were trading absolutely did not move. So there's no guarantee, but it means basically if they do move, there's going to be some pretty quick movements, either to the upside or downside usually. So that's why we like trading them, because the momentum is there, right? As Ross Cameron says, volatility equals opportunity. I think that's what he says. It might be someone else, but I think that was Ross Cameron. And he's totally right. I mean, we're looking for really volatility. And it's pretty much as simple as that. I'm wondering here if KXIN is going to break 5. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Thanks, Harley. Hit it fast and heavy. You heard the guy. How do you hit it heavy? Like a big fat click? $5 holding here. I like the fact that the sell volume is lighter. It's interesting proposition here. Could easily bounce back above the 9 EMA. Dang, Mike, nice snack there on APVO. Did you take profits there? Whew. What's the latest US election situation? 264. Florida has so many electoral votes. It's always crazy. Gotta love Florida. Senate. Looks like the Congress is split, huh? Then ballot measures here. What is this? Yeah, I mean, we could talk about, black and white stuff like the elections, but as long as there's no like getting super crazy about it. Talking about getting super crazy. Where's Michael with his conspiracy theories always? He's probably hiding in here somewhere. $9.13, guys. Woohoo! It's almost market open. Are you guys excited as I am? I don't know if I'm excited or not. I'm definitely happy that we're seeing momentum after the last few days. You know what? KXIN made a pretty scary little head and shoulders here. You gotta admit. I usually don't look for head and shoulders too much, but I gotta say this could have been one. You can see the shoulder, head, shoulder. Forming, and then it broke to the upside. So that's why I don't usually like trading the 9 EMA right here, because sometimes it's a very, very risky setup for a flush. It's pretty much exactly what happened now. So we had a pullback, but then we consolidated under VWAP. We weren't able to break higher, and now we're flushing to the downside. So you also have to kind of know, are we on the back side of the move, or are we still on the front side of the move? That's where things get a little bit dangerous. Oh yeah, 0 blue. You betcha. The unemployment report comes out the first Friday of every month, right? Is that how it is? Something like that. I don't trade the SQQQ. So I'm probably not the one to ask. But it's ETF Pro Short. So it's going to be short in the QQQ. Yeah, so it's an inverse ETF. You guys are entertaining to listen to sometimes. Sava, let's go here to this ticker. This was a recent runner, I think from yesterday even. Oh wait, hold on, KXIN kind of looking interesting. 1,000 shares long KXIN. Average down there a little bit. Looking for that break at the last candle, so something into the 95s would be nice. Taking some profits there off the table. Small base hit, VWAP bounce, very straightforward. Yeah, so SAVA, I gotta say, SAVA holding this area is looking pretty interesting. I was not expecting this one to hold the high so well. This is a bit of a flag pattern here, maybe even a bit of a pennant. I'd be careful. Yeah, but so far it has that possibility to break 11.5. This thing could really, really rip. I wouldn't be surprised if it had a bit of a fake out in one of the directions first. Very light volume here so far. Just you know, keep that in mind. It's a little bit of a red flag, but overall, kind of an interesting player here. I would keep an eye on this one for sure. Definitely does not look like its run is over. They had that the biotech with the coronavirus. I mean, not coronavirus. Alzheimer's catalyst. Interesting stuff here. Yeah, sweet. So was that yesterday? Yeah, where we were like, you know, is it going to break 11? Is it going to break 11? It couldn't break 11 all day or all pre-market and then into the market open when we were trading it. And then pretty much when we stopped the stream at 11, guess what it does? It breaks this area. And, you know, it had a nice move, but there were small moves. So you're still like kicking the corners for a couple of percents here and there. So I don't mind that I missed SAVA into the afternoon. Look who stumbled in. Corey's here. Corey. With APVO, I also did not trade this ticker. This is a phenomenal run, 87% move here. This is just, that's one of those tickers that, you know, if you hold this sucker, you're going to grow your account, double your account if you want. Finding huge support at 14. I wouldn't be surprised if it had a move back above 15.5. So that'd probably be a good spot to look at. And then, you know, you have an option either to accumulate now or start, you know, day trading it on the break of 15.5. So both of those are definitely options. KXIN is what I'm going to be watching out of the gate. I like this one overall. Chinese shell company, 1 million float. They do have a catalyst, but I'm almost not even paying attention to the catalyst because these Chinese tickers run regardless if there's a catalyst or not that I can find. So it's, I don't know. Usually, if it's a U.S. company or whatnot, or a Western company, I'll dig into the catalyst much more. But these Chinese companies, man, I'm just trading price action, and if it's readable, I'll trade it. If it's not, I'm just going to avoid it. But yeah, there is a catalyst. You know, it's got a fast rate of change. It has a float under 10 million. Has, yeah, like I said, it has a catalyst. Strong spike history. You know, it's definitely spiked many times in the past. It's well, not many times, but it just had this huge spike in the past. This is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Actually, hold on. There's an easy way to do this. This is like 15 days ago, so that's not too bad. Probably a lot of back holders on this one. I would like to see maybe a move past 5.5 and then into the 6s. Just remember, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people are cutting their losses on this ticker because of the back holders. We're probably waiting for a day like this. So just be a little bit careful here on KXIN, guys, for sure at the open. Thanks, Mike B, for the $4, man. Thanks for the support on the channel. I see that peachy little pear thing shooting me a coffee. I'll take coffee. I got my tea right now. I've already had like way too many cups of coffee. But I appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot. Corey says I literally stumbled in hungover. Was that a little bit of a U.S. elections party that you were at? Constantine's calling out ALTM. Kind of an interesting long-term one on this. Big support off of 10, bouncing here. Yeah, this one actually got a little bit of momentum. Still very light volume, though, on this ticker. KXIN, guys, put it in a perspective. I mean, this ticker's doing like 140,000 on quite a lot of their candles, 150,000 shares per minute. ALTM is pretty much at 10,000 shares per minute. So it's a huge difference. Obviously, KXIN is, you know, 3 times cheaper. So put that in perspective as well. So maybe say like 30,000 shares, you know, roughly. I don't know. Much lighter volume, but it's picking up here. Nice. Nothing like jerking with your clients. I love doing that. Thanks, Natisha. Appreciate that. 489, is it a buy? Could be. We got another pretty much 6 minutes here till the market opens. Let me throw up a quick disclaimer. Guys, remember the SPY is mad high today. Just pretty much off the charts here. So, you know, it is good to maybe take some profits on your swing trades. I'm kind of debating it a lot myself right now, what I should do with my swing trades. This is a huge resistance zone on the SPY, so I would not be surprised if we had a bit of a red open, or maybe we spiked higher and then we had a red move. I don't know. I'm a little bit skeptical on a lot of these, and I wouldn't really mind taking some profits off the table, or taking some losses off the table, I should really say, with my swing trades. So that's kind of my current feeling with what we're seeing here. Overall, we're up about 450 today pre-market, not too bad. Taking it pretty slow, but then we saw some good opportunities and we got aggressive. Into the market open, I want to watch out a little bit. KXIN is definitely the ticker I'm going to be watching, but we'll see. I'll be slurping my tea in my free time. There is a Discord. It's that first link in the stream description. Thanks, Bren, for pretty much laying it out. It's tradejournal.co/connect. Scroll down just a tad bit and you will see the community section with the Discord link. Pretty straightforward. Oh. All right. That was a little weird, I'm sorry. I didn't get my stretching in yet. Thanks to Final Countdown. Who is a girl, so we should all acknowledge that. The female. The old cup and handle for me on KXIN. Ooh, you guys are making me excited here. Let's go back to KXIN. Well, it's not the cleanest cup and handle. But yeah, more or less, you know, we had a nice rally here. We had a rounded bottom to some extent, and now we're kind of consolidating to the side. I would have probably called this more or less the cup and handle. Then we broke out, and then now we're kind of selling off again. So I would have probably referred to it a little bit sooner, but you know, this whole entire setup is a little bit not as clean, so for sure. Corey says it looks clear on the 5-minute chart. Yeah, that's actually true. That's definitely true. Oops, I just clicked on the 15-minute. I also have the 5-minute chart down here for myself, quick reference, but yeah, it's definitely cleaner on the 5-minute for sure. I still like that this first flag pattern, this first pullback was really the money maker. What I also like is, notice that I didn't even trade that. Typical. This is going to be an interesting open here. I'd be a little bit careful. This could also be another one of those head and shoulders that we were talking about earlier today. Last head and shoulders did break out to the upside. But who knows what's going to happen this time. It's a little scary for sure. What worries about me the most on KXIN, guys, is the daily chart. And that's where I would be very, very cautious on this one. So I probably won't trade the open on it, but hey, if I do, don't judge me. The more we become. That sounds intense, Brent. ALTM also worth looking at. Lighter volume though, but technically it is a lead gapper. U.S. oil and gas company, 3 million flow at their third quarter results, so not too bad. HOFV, worth looking at, maybe U.S. entertainment company, 5 million flow. They signed a deal with Sports Illustrated. I love partnership news. I don't like that this thing sold off pretty much over 50% pre-market. Big support at 2.5. I probably won't buy it until maybe 2.5, but I don't know if I'm going to trade this one at all. So there's also that. All right, guys. Good luck, everyone. Make sure you have your orders ready to go. Good till cancel. Maybe I'll zoom in on this one here a little bit. 14 seconds. Yeah, Corey, it's as ugly as it gets. Yeah, there's one ugly chart. Buying KXIN on the first red move and then selling into the rips, the upside, would actually be something I would consider. Let's see if it does that. So pretty much be buying right now at 494, or is it going to keep doing a dip? I don't know. I'm not going to do it, but that's just what I'm thinking could be cool. Let's see, 10%, 450s. Oh, good thing I didn't do that. Looks like it didn't hold. Oh, actually, no, it could be going for it. I'll stop talking. EWAP showing some love here. DKNG over 41. This could be a great bounce opportunity here. Still selling off. Dangerous, dangerous stuff. I usually love those quarter zones like 75, 25. I didn't really feel like I wanted to trade it though. Biggest volume right now is KXIN, followed by COUP, but that's a large cap. So really followed by Upwork. That red to green pump is coming, guys. HOFV found huge support off of 3, now doing a pretty healthy bounce here. 17%, that's next level. That sounds really good. KXIN selling off again here. Wow, that was a quick move there to 67. Big question here, is the 60s going to hold? Looking a little shady. Small size here at 62. Going down to 61, still selling off. Thinking about taking some profits off the table there at 68, but new minute about to start right here. Possible full size coming up. 61 getting chipped away, 66. Average down there, 56. Yeah, I'm down about 120. Still a lot of selling here. Got my full size in. Still selling off. There's a lot of sell off on this one. Not super surprised that the selling is so strong on this ticker. I mean, that's kind of what we were expecting, right? I was actually hoping for a pullback to exactly 4.5. I didn't think we were going to get a pullback to 4.5, and that's why I was kind of buying a little bit more aggressively on this ticker, to be honest. I'm gonna have to stop out of this one, probably. 455, big resistance still there. Could break 455 actually. 455 getting chipped. Wow, looks like I sold a second too soon, huh? So I could have actually walked away green on that trade. But you know, I tried to take profits. I tried to pretty much close the position for a scratch. I didn't do it. I didn't get it. Then it actually did another dip. I liked the area of 4.5. That was my original buy, so that's why I averaged down. And I knew I'd probably take a loss on this one because my full size was, or my bigger size was at 4.6. So there's probably no way I was going to get green on this one again. But wow, surprisingly, it hit that like pretty high, 4.62. So we could have actually closed this one green. Overall, I think we gave back like 40 bucks or so on that one, which isn't the worst considering. So. Back at 61. Nice bounce though. XPEV, wow, up 20% today, guys. Absolutely insane. Were you expecting this on XPEV? I was not. I was trying to buy it here in the 18s. This thing ripped 80%. What the heck? We got KXIN obviously flying here to the downside. Upwork. I can't even believe my eyes on some of these tickers right now. It's just insane. Absolutely insane. Upwork is up on earnings. They had a ridiculous quarterly revenue increase, probably, they said, because of more freelancing going on right now with staying at home. HOFV, yeah, Corey, you're right. This thing had a nice little plop to the upside. I didn't like the fact that this thing sold off so much pre-markets. That's why I wasn't giving it a lot of attention. So yeah, this is exactly what I was thinking would happen to DKNG. I had a feeling this would rip up at the open. This is where I was thinking maybe I should just close it out here, and now it's selling off. So I don't know, maybe it would have been a good idea to do that. You know, if this thing breaks 41, we could be risking quite a bit. So I don't know. I'll keep an eye on DKNG. We'll see what happens. If it breaks 42, I'll probably close this position. A little bit of KXIN sell pressure right now. APVO, I always say APOV, I don't know why, but it freaks me out. $14, guys, this is the zone we were talking about. We were saying either it's going to break 15.5 or 15.6, whatever I said, I don't remember. And then maybe it could be a good day trade, but it looks like that's actually where it ended up flushing. So wow, that's not very nice. But it's back at that $14 zone. This is a huge support zone. So if I was long APOV, I would probably really start considering cutting my losses on a break of 14. Or adding to my position now because this is a huge support zone, but we'll see. UPWK, yeah, that was a nice one, huh? This is an interesting support area for KXIN. Really keeps trying in this zone. We may see a break of the 9 EMA on KXIN and a move back to VWAP. It's kind of hard to say. I mean, right now in the 50s, it's definitely struggling. I gotta shave again. I'm playing with my little beard. It's always a big indicator that I need to shave. This is a really interesting spot for KXIN right now. A critical zone here. Whew, instant move to 36. Crazy. I'm gonna be a little careful now. back above 40 though. It was very light volume, you gotta kind of admit. No. Buyers here trying. I'm going to start a little bit of a size here. It looks like this ticker is gaining a little bit of momentum here. It's, you know, it's one of those setups where I really wouldn't want to break the 36 zone. So that's really what I'm looking at very closely right now. I'd like to see a nice little uptrend there. Yeah, I just stopped out. I didn't want to see the break of 36, and we hit 36. So I was thinking that we were going to start retracing back to 47, and then maybe have a break of the 9 EMA. So that's, yeah, a little bit too ambitious there. It took a small loss. You know, you got to try, but yeah, it was probably a little bit too ambitious. I would love for 35 to crack. I don't know if 35 is going to crack, but I would love to see that. Yeah, unfortunately, KXIN did exactly what I was thinking it would do, but I was just 1 minute too early on this ticker, which is always one of those situations where, you know, hindsight is 2020. Yeah, HOFV is hard to borrow, and then KXIN is none to borrow for on my account on TD. Not sure. Yeah, man, wow. KXIN did exactly what I thought it would. It just shook me out right before. Wow, that sucked. Oh well. Upwork on a break of 28 could be a really interesting spot for that ticker. Using bigger share size on XPEV could be an interesting play as well. This is such an insane move. Why are they up so much? They got a rating on this one? No, can't be it. Man, this thing is up for no reason, huh? Oh man, KXINs. Talk about getting stopped out at the perfect low. WTI, I'm not sure. I haven't been following WTI. Yeah, Romoli, I know. It was a nice move, huh? And I stopped out at 436. Ay, ay, ay. So, yeah, do you have shares to short? Is that an option for you on KXIN? Oh yeah, HOFV looks like it's back in play for sure. I didn't get it. 5 million float. That deal with Sports Illustrated, U.S. Entertainment company. Really, really nice. Big breakout here, huh? Nice, Mika. Did it even go into 280? Did you buy it yesterday? After hours, I guess, huh? Nice. It's a strong move there. Coming back to 4, huge support. Nice. I was wondering what it would do there. It should keep some momentum here. Ooh, Mark, sweet trading on that, man. That's pretty much as good as it gets. Ooh, KXIN just had a nice wicked flush, huh? Yikes. KXIN is still the lead gapper here with that 1 million flow. It has that potential. So I'm going to keep an eye on my second screen, but HOFV is definitely catching up quick. So I like what I'm seeing. (9:57 a.m. Eastern Standard Time). We got time here. Yeah, the thing about KXIN, I don't want it to keep being a ticker that I just keep getting back profits on, which kind of started feeling like it might be. $5 HOFV, huge resistance here. If we break $5, I would love to see this go to 570 or so. So that's what I would be looking for. I'll be right back. HOFV got halted. What? It hit the 587 that I was hoping for. Watch out on KXIN. Possible good move here. Small entry. HOFV is going to open up again. What time was that? Pretty much in 4 minutes now at 10:05. KXIN looking for that break of 9 EMA. Had a little bit of an aggressive entry there on that one. I'm gonna close out on this one. I'm really nervous that this actually might flush here, not break out. So yeah, okay, close too soon, but oh well, I don't really regret it. Let's go back to HOFV. What my big problem was with KXIN was the fact that my entry was too quick. I got way too aggressive an entry at 33. So I had no chill holding it because I didn't have a lot of room for error. So that was my fault. HOFV, man, this is gonna open up again here in pretty much 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Congrats to anyone long this one. It's going to be good fun. Nice, 29% Houston. Whew, that is crazy. Nice, Corey. You still long that? Nice, Corey. Yeah, Robert, that's the best way to do it is just practice, man. A lot of trades. Whew, Corey, man, is this one of your best trades of the year? You're probably up 60% or so, man. Wow, that's slamming. Okay, you closed at 421 and then you back into the hold. Wow, that's beautiful. What kind of share size on that? Yeah, this is the one to write home about, man. This is the beauty. It's gonna open up really soon here. Quick pullback. Could be an entry at 5. $550. Let's see it break 550. That's the big question. Looks like it's going to do it. Yeah, 556. I almost bought there at 5.2. Would have been a good idea. KXIN had an entry at 417. And selling off a little bit more than I was hoping for. Whew, HOFV is going crazy. Had to get stopped out of KXIN. Took about a $70 loss on KXIN. You know what? This is a trade I do often. It looked really good, but I don't know. I didn't get lucky on that one this time. So KXIN, I was up 400, now down 280. So, I was saying this like 30 minutes ago that I kind of feel like if I keep trading KXIN, I might just keep giving back profits on this one. And that's exactly what happened. So shame on me for, I don't know. It's tough, because I actually really like that big flash crash it had. I bought into it and then, pulled back a little bit more. And then, I don't know, I had to cut losses and I don't know. I mean, this could be the reversal. So my last 2 trades on it were actually good trades, but I got shaken out right before the reversal. So it's a tough one. Looks like I'm always a little bit off on the wrong end on this one. Still though, we're up about $300 today, so it's okay. Yeah, good thing I cut losses on KXIN this time. This time it really, really dipped hard. Might break $4 here. APVO. It almost seems lately like if I just stopped trading pre-market, I'd be always better off so far for like the last few weeks. It's very weird. I don't like that because I want to trade the market open, but hasn't been very profitable for me. Yeah, Robert, that's a tough one. I would say every trade's a little bit different. Honestly, it's really something that there's no probably perfect answer for. If it's a trade that pulled back a little bit further and that was kind of my original entry price, sometimes I'll average down. But if it's clearly a lost trade where my thesis is wrong, then I'm going to cut my losses. So it's every trade is a little bit different. Ah, 1AP Pro, sorry man. Sometimes I've noticed that resetting for me is harder said or harder done than said, easier said than done, right? And I really have to kind of start taking it one day at a time where I try to do a little bit better each day instead of looking for a home run trade. Let me close tomorrow up $50. Like let me just have a little bit of a green cushion in between, and then the next day let me just try to do one little bit better trade. But if I'm still in the mindset of let me make it back today or in this next trade, that's the worst mindset ever, and that always leads me down a nasty little path. Might be green on DKNG here, just about. Yeah, DKNG just broke this high here. I wonder if it's going to break this double top. That's the big question. Yeah, also 1AP Pro, like everyone is a little bit different here. So that's why I always try to iterate, just because something's working for me does not mean, it's something that you should try. Like Ross Cameron, he's a very aggressive breakout trader, and I think every time I trade breakouts, it's my worst pattern. I'm super red on breakout. So if I try to trade like Ross Cameron, it wouldn't work. And I'm sure he'd be looking at me when I'm buying what it looks like for most people, probably a falling knife, and be like, man, I would never trade like that. So, but we're both profitable, so it's just like, you got to find what works for you. What are you always leaning towards? Like, what is your default mode of thinking? For me, it's a bit more like I want to get a good value. And that's why I like dip buying, because I feel like I'm getting a good value somehow. I think with Ross Cameron, he's probably thinking like he's trying to, buy into the herd, right? And it doesn't matter what the value is. There is no value. It's just short-term, momentum. I don't know. And then just trying to leverage on what you're thinking, what your default is. Sizing down is always a good idea. Yeah, I mean, he has pretty sizable red days for sure, but he also has massive, absolutely massive green days. I can't believe it's looking like it's going to be another 3% day on the NASDAQ. That's just kind of blowing my mind here a little bit. Corey, are you still trading HOFV? Yeah, it is. This thing is a little rally sally here, huh? That big support off of 14 would have been the place to accumulate. It did break 14 for a second, so it must have been really depressing to stop out right there. Although it would have been more or less a correct thing to do. Maybe one thing you could look into 1AP Pro, if that's like what you're already doing here, which is kind of similar to what I'm doing, is, think about a range. There's always stocks are typically in some sort of range. If it's a diagonal range or if it's a horizontal range, and maybe just trying to trade those ranges when they first get into them. Because if you trade a range later on, there's a higher chance of the flushes. So, on KXIN, there was a range between 445 and 480. It never really went back up to 480, but there was a few times at 445 where you could, bought some dips and sold into the pullbacks. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Harley, that's also a good point. That's happened to me for a while too. This is actually a really nice flag breakout pattern in PLTR. Intraday, it's not something I'm stoked about because these moves are a little bit slower, and huge resistance at 11.7. I don't know what's going on there, but somebody's selling. There's a big seller there at 11.70. I don't know. Right now it's consolidating, not really too interesting for me. Yeah, it is. It's definitely moving. There's so many large caps today that are moving. I'm not really seeing anything at the moment that I'm super interested in. HOFV looks good. Yeah, nice breakout there in PLTR. Sweet move. Are you on it? Nice, 929. HOFV really looking like it might make another run here. This is a massive pennant pattern HOFV is forming, guys, on the 5 minute. Just keep that in mind. This is a ridiculously big pennant pattern. That was a nice breakout had for sure. It's at an all-time high, so that's always an interesting place for a ticker like this to be. Up 11%. It's hard to make money on a ticker like this because you're going to need big size for it to be worthwhile. Gotcha, Remoli, yeah. I really don't like trading pennants. 1022, guys. Are we gonna get another trade in? I have no idea. I'm not really seeing anything that I'm super stoked about at the moment. So I'm just kind of sitting on my fingers, doing a little bit of chili vanilla over here. Oh yeah, 1AP Pro? Let us know. I'm curious. Or unless you want to try it out yourself first or share it in the Discord. Oh, and CT is a ticker we didn't really talk about too much. This thing's been crawling up all day. Big resistance though. It's no longer really that interesting of a ticker, I would probably argue. Yep, chilly all day. Come on, boys. What are we going to get? I wanted to trade KXIN again, and then I didn't. Ended up doing what I wanted again. Somehow, that one's just mocking me at this point. HOFV, wow, I can't believe it did a solid breakout there. $6, huge resistance on the daily on this one. That's what's making me so uneasy. I would have loved trading HOFV. You know, hindsight, it was amazing, but like I would have liked to trade it if like we were still in this like 520 zone, because I wanted to see this thing go to like $6 or so. 580 was my original kind of plan, but you know, when it got halted and shot up here, I was gone and I missed that. So that was really the move. That was the move. Gotcha. Big volume here on HOFV, 630. Yeah, this thing's spiking hard right now. Quick pullback though. Spread is big on this one. Possible setup here. Small size, 500 shares, looking for a breakout. Stopped out. Very quick trade. Whew, I heard my heart and my ears on that one. I don't know why I got so nervous. Probably because that HOFV freaking halt central that this thing's been doing. Closed at 625. That was a very quick trade. Trying again here to break out at 360. Boom, there was the breakout. It's a fast mover for sure. Well, Corey, if you're wrecking it, let us know when you stop trading it, because you feel antsy about this ticker, because then I'm going to stop trading it too. HOFV, quick sell off here. HON 592. It's going to be interesting to see if this area holds. Back above 6. 6.5 is huge resistance right now. Quick sell off there. Yikes, 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 yikes. That was a nasty move. Light volume though. Well, still going. Oof. Whoa, that was a big old pullback. Look at that nasty little dip. $5 is big support, but on a move like that, whoa! What is going on with HOFV? That was a huge sell-off. Somebody must have clicked the sell market on accident. Nope, still selling off. Watch out, guys. This might be, there might be news or something. This is a huge sell-off. That's a 20% move. Why is this thing not halted? Woo! I'm not trading that one anymore. That one just spooked the heck out of me. I'm going to walk away with HOFV now. Yeah, Robert. That's because with the stop, I just didn't trust HOFV. So I was like, I'm putting a stop in this one. It moves too fast for me. I see Christian's doing some Fibonacci's. Yeah, Andrew, I was thinking the same thing. Freak, man. That was a bit of a disaster with that ticker. Disaster. What rhymes with disaster? Oh, this is a good one. Disaster blaster. Yeah, that's my new go-to word for flush. There's also disaster caster. HOFV is a disaster caster, and that last candle was a disaster blaster. That makes me happy. Okay. Master disaster. That's a good one too, Andrew. Yeah, I feel you. That's also why I like KXIN. KXIN is it's like you know those cookies that are too big to eat, so you just make a mess and you're just like upset afterwards. And then there's those like perfect, you know, fairly bite-sized cookies, like kind of like the ones that Publix gives you. Not really bite-sized, but you know, there's enough in there. That's KXIN. HOFV is that giant cookie that you just make a freaking mess out of. All right, well, KXIN and HOFV are both in very interesting spots. I would argue that KXIN is a bit more interesting at this point in time. It found big support at $4 where I actually wanted to buy it. I don't know why. I just chickened out because I felt like I was messing up on this one too much. It's up 5%. And then HOFV, the freaking disaster blaster, is is I don't know, it's looking sketchy here. It might test 9 EMA, but then it might flush VWAP. So to me, there's way more risk on this one at the moment, so I'm not trading it anymore. Oh yeah, sugar cookies with M&Ms. That's classic Publix right there too. Nice, Corey, man. I'm happy that you slayed it today. It's been, last week was so depressing, and I haven't had like a blow away day this week, but every day has been green and it's been very consistent, and I'm up, I don't know, somewhat over $1,000 this week already. So I'm happy. You know, it's not home run, but it's one of those weeks that, you know, you just put into the well, it's not over yet, but it's one of those you can put in the bank a little bit. Disaster blaster, right? It's a ridiculous one. I gotta write that down. God forbid I forget it. Wait, where'd it go? Where is it? I feel kind of retarded doing this, but it's good fun. Ooh, there goes HOFV again. Master Blaster. No, I don't know Master Blaster. I'm not that OG. I'm all about Super Smash Bros. And Mario Kart. Nice, Corey, man. I'm happy for you. I still have yet to have one of those days where I'm like, today was freaking amazing. It's been pretty consistent in terms of like good days, but you know, in some weird way, I kind of like the consistency. Or else I feel like I wouldn't have a grip on it, and I feel like it'd be a giant gamble. Oh man, ONCT is just asking for somebody to get wrecked. Just halted about 50 seconds ago, so we got another pretty much full 4 minutes and 10 seconds here. All right, 4 minutes and 10 seconds, guys, to do whatever you want to do. Let's rendezvous here in like 2-3 minutes. Oh yeah, let me throw away this little thing here. We got another minute and a half before the next halt gets unhalted. Got a little bit of time. Boom, there it goes. That was an early one, or did I just count wrong? I think I counted wrong. Apologize for that. Guess I ain't that smart. All right, here it goes. Watching it. Anyone buying this thing? KXIN had a giant flush as well. 11% flush KXIN. HOFV had quite a nice retest. You gotta kind of give it to it, huh? Man, I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm done day trading for today. Just kind of looking at what we're seeing here, it's like too easy to make a mistake, I think. Overall, you know, KXIN a little depressing. I was up 400 something, gave back pretty much half the profits, almost half the profits. Down to only up 280 on KXIN, and we also traded HOFV up $108 on this one, so that's kind of nice. So we're pretty much ending the day here, $388, so pretty solid day. You know, it's not a bad day. We're up pretty much 10% of our average position size, so that's pretty cool. Well, of course it's not a bad day, but it's not like a blow away day. Today's definitely like a base hit day. Today's like a solid money in the bank kind of day. I know a lot of you guys slayed HOFV, so congrats to that. So maybe that's why I feel like I didn't walk away with that much profit today. But hey, you know, there were some nasty flushes today, so you can also be happy when you avoid some of those situations. Overall here, looks like, you know, the SPY is giving back a little bit of profits. I wonder how much more this thing is really going to go here. Are we breaking through new highs here? I mean, that's like what's going on with this ticker, or well, ETF, I should say. Oops, I just drew another line here and I did not want to do that. So I gotta say, I'm quite impressed what we're seeing in the overall market. I think if today really ends being a strong green day, I think tomorrow I'm gonna be selling a lot of swing trades if I'm down or not, because it just all seems a little bit crazy right now in my eyes that it's just going up so much. HOFV, I gotta say, kind of looks like a nice little bull flag here. Could break 510. I would not doubt it. So that's an interesting. Let's watch this for a second. 509. Let's see. 509 needs to get chipped away. Back at 5. Oof. Flushy. I would have got shaken out already and I would have been upset. So this is why I don't trade after 10:30 usually, because things get extra flushy at this point in day. Now it's back to 498. Could break 5. Let's go through some of the positions here. Yeah, plus another reason I like 1040 as like a cutoff time is because I really enjoy, you know, doing other things as well. Like I don't want to be a slave to the market, and I feel like, you know, it's very easy to kind of get into that position where you would be a bit of a slave to the market. So I think it makes a lot of sense to wrap up trading at one point. I want to really see this this break at the resistance here, but I think that might be asking a little bit too much. But for now, we'll see if this thing has a move past 22. It's like right now the market's hot, and if the market's this hot, sometimes you know, you want to see like, okay, maybe there's going to be some more surprises. Yeah, so I was about to take profits here at 42. Probably coulda, shoulda, woulda. So let's see what happens. There's definitely momentum's getting shaky here on a lot of these tickers that we're seeing, guys. So just keep that in mind. You know, we're looking like we might be at a top here on a lot of the different tickers we're looking at. So if we have that one big move tomorrow, then I might really think about wrapping it up. HYLN, you know, that's a ticker that I would like to keep holding a bit longer till at least maybe 25. So I'd be willing to hold on a sell-off here a little bit. But at the same time, you know, there is huge resistance here at 22 too. So taking profits in this, or cutting losses here in this area, wouldn't exactly be a bad idea either. One of my bigger holdings. Any new news on the elections? So Biden is at 264 and Trump's at 214. I feel like it's really kind of stagnated in this area. I wonder how long it's going to take. I remember when he won the first election 4 years ago, I knew the next day. It didn't take very long. No problem, Ramoli, man. I appreciate that support. Man, the voting in Georgia is so close. I mean, that's like 20,000 votes different in Georgia. That's really tight. $20,000 is nothing. Yeah, it could easily take a while though. Inauguration day is 2021, the 20th of January. So they got some time to figure it out. Ah, okay, Ramoli, you're one of the Arizonians that are. Arizona, that's traditionally a Republican state, no? I'm in Florida. It's always kind of an interesting situation in Florida, let's just say. JETS, guys, nice move higher here on Jets. Oof. Now that's an ETF that I would not mind throwing into my long-term account. Really was hoping we get a little bit more of a sell-off at one point. Not a bad thing to bet on, Christian. Tuki. That's a funny name, Ramoli. That's a tough one to say for me. Faxing your vote, my God. Can't, you know, honestly, I know there's a lot of security risk to online voting, but it would be so amazing if they just figured it out, because it was such a disaster doing the abroad voting. If I could just log into my government whatever site, I mean, it has my information, right? The IRA knows who I am. Or IRS, not IRA. IRS knows who I am. So, you know, if I can just log in, vote, they take the vote and count it, and I can see the progress. I can see if it was accepted or if I need to submit more information. It just seems like it would be very simple. It would save a lot of time and money from everybody. It would be like, it's almost like bad not to do it in a way. Vote through the IRS. Well, okay, maybe not vote through the IRS, but you get my point. It's not like the government doesn't know who you are. You know, you're registered somewhere, and if you're not, then you know you have the next 4 years to register somewhere. You know, and I think if it was all done online, people wouldn't be so hesitant to register. Although registering is done online, but voting's not. So I don't think a lot of people know that they can register online. I don't know. Get taxed on logout. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, fair enough, Harley. There's definitely downsides, I suppose, to online voting. But if you could do mail-in ballot voting, then you should probably be able to do online voting, because it's the same thing except one's slow and one's fast. I don't know. Fair enough, Christian. There's a lot of documentaries on U.S. voting fraud, and it seems like all the fraud actually comes from potential candidates trying to add additional votes. Um, Lyndon B. Johnson is actually the most notorious for it, but he didn't do it for the U.S. presidency. He did it when he ran for Senate, and I think it was Texas or something. Or I could be wrong with the last part, but it was not for the presidency. Make it blockchain. It's on the blockchain. Yeah, why not? I mean, that'd be super cool. Yeah, it was Texas. Okay. There is an interesting statistic I read where the U.S. presidency campaigns, they last about like 450 days on average, something in the mid 450s, 400s, and compare it to Germany, where the average campaign lasts 12 days. That's crazy, the difference. Um, it's much more standardized here. I feel like you also vote for a party. You don't vote for a person so much. You can vote for like your favorite, but ultimately you're more focused on the party and the overall focus of that. It's such a different system here. But I just thought it was funny, like 450 days of campaigning compared to 12. It's like, whoa, that's a big difference. How come? Yeah, German engineered voting. Well, I'm not trading anymore, and I don't know. Besides talking about stocks, it looks like pretty much all large caps are really crushing it today. Well, not all, but I mean, our EVs are up again, except KCAC. That ticker just knows I'm holding it. This ticker just hates me. I don't know what's going on with this one. It's one of my biggest losers. Um, yeah, it's a bit depressing, I gotta honestly say. Um, Even Solo is up today, which is mind blows me, because God, who would get into that car? Um, but hey, man, EVs have been picking up a lot of steam. I really think XPEF is really impressive. This breakout it had, XPEV could be a great momentum trade from here on out, guys. Looking for some sort of quick pullbacks or whatnot. There was a pullback pre-market, and this thing, you know, used that as a launch pad, an absolute launch pad. So if you go here to XPEV pre-market, you can see right here, it looks like it's sold off a little bit to, where's that, 28.80? Is that it? 28.80, yeah. So that was the pullback. It didn't even look that strong. Such a strong move, though, out of the gates, huh? After a lot of consolidation, had another pop here, had a retest. Interesting. Hard to day trade this one because of the sheer size you need behind this one. So this would have been probably that one opportunity to buy it on that breakout and then pullback. That, you know, it would have been kind of interesting to day trade XPEV, but really only in this first like 15 minutes. After that, I don't know. You'd probably be getting chopped out left and right. We're ending day trading today up, what did I say, 388 bucks or something like that. Yeah, 388 bucks today. So not a bad day. Yeah, Constantine, that's kind of how I feel. It's like you spend a lot of time and energy campaigning as opposed to, I don't know, doing something a bit more productive. It just seems a little backwards, but I don't know, I got a lot more to learn about it. All right, guys, let's wrap it up here. There's no need to go too long. It's already been a heck of a long stream, 3 hours. Actually, it's been 4 hours technically. So yeah, let's wrap it up here. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. It's always a good time with you. Don't forget to drop some likes on the way out if you haven't done so already. I really do appreciate that. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. We'd love to have you join the community. All right, traders, then. Till tomorrow, stay safe, make some awesome trades, and I'll see you guys in the recap. Ciao, ciao. Thousand likes. Nice.